Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. Um, I took a break for a few days, but we're back. I'm hoping it'll be, my usual 3-hour stream, but we'll see. Um, but we're still working on the Cooper family. They're my rocker family that I created. And so I'm just slowly kind of adding little elements that you know, feels like their personality, decor that works for them. So let's get back to it. Um, I was discussing some ideas with family, and they made a good suggestion for me to try because I honestly didn't try anything off stream yet um, with figuring out why the ceiling isn't going on. So we got to thinking, let's try deleting it. Huh. Okay, well, there's more than one layer. Let me see. Will this happen to tell me what this is by any chance before I delete it? No. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's even interesting. How it's. Oh, because I'm probably deleting the ceiling and that was the roof. Hmm. That's kind of making me think that it doesn't. That I don't have to do it that way just off of it with doing it that way. And even though I'm here, interesting. Well, I wonder if I can force it. Like how it's at least staying here. Can I place this area? But yeah, because I was watching somebody else do a build in their stream and it was like very strange to me because it automatically did the ceiling. But they created the entire floor um, in one time versus how I added this. So I don't know. So this has to be okay. Well, they at least let me extend that. So let's see if I can cheat this way. So yeah, so this is just, oh no, where it's a little interesting. Because it's not letting, wait, okay, there we go. Okay, now that has it where I can expand. See, but I'm not moving it that way. So why is it acting as though I'm moving it? I'm trying to make it bigger, hoping. That's funny, now it doesn't want to allow me like it just literally allowed me. Let me just press back then. Like you literally just had it there. Because they kind of have it, like where you can expand the floor, but I see it's not even letting me build on that floor. Yeah, this is just really odd. And then it's like, huh. Like, why are you trying to do the ceiling from that floor? Like, when I'm doing it, it's showing as though, well, okay. Okay, let's see. See, like, this is only showing me there. It's not giving me the selection there. It is doing it here. Okay, well, wait. It's a little wonky how I had to even do it, but okay. Let me do a roof that I would want to do then. Because maybe this one will work. Like, it's an odd way to have to do it, but let's see if it'll let me. Because, see, it is at least letting me stretch to here. Okay, yeah. And then it's letting me stretch it this way. Okay, so at least, like, I don't, wait, what? I just pulled it. Why didn't it snap? It just like unreverted. That is so weird. Wait, why are you doing that at that angle? Oh, if I do it like this, oh, okay, good. It did do it from the angle I wanted. Okay, well, I don't know. That was a weird way that I had to do it, and I don't love that there's that. Well, I wonder if it'll let me stretch this one forward. Okay, it let me do it. So at least like that was a little interesting, but at least I did that. Oh, it's not letting me. Oh my gosh, it's like one thing after another. Well, okay. It must be this piece needs to. You know, it's not that noticeable. I'm, to be honest, going to leave it how it is. At least I did get the roof on there like fully, even if it's not exactly how I want it to look, but eventually I'll get better at that. Hmm. Okay. Okay, okay. I was like, how do you pick the style? Is this even technically? Okay, let me not mess with that right now. So I think this build isn't even a roof. Yeah, they managed to do a floor. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Eventually I'll figure out how they did that, but not today. So I kind of want to somewhat make it look like the other roof, but I don't think there's a pattern that will look that way. I can't see this with this grid on. What is this interesting look? Um, so that would be the closest and increase the scale. They look different, but we're going to go with this for now. And another day, I'll, you know, do some more digging to see what I can learn when it comes to building some of these parts. But I wanted to keep that flat. Um, I could picture because I do like those like modern homes with the flat roof, but I don't know how they did that, and I didn't mind at least that one part being raised. So I think I need to go back downstairs. Yeah, because I might as well focus on downstairs. It was just I had started. Oh yeah. Actually, let me finish on my idea of why I even was doing all that. Wait, what? How the lights coming in? Okay, so I think it's treating it like that is so odd. So maybe in this case, this is where I'm experiencing a bug because like I have to press the third floor part for it to look like there's a ceiling. So otherwise, the game is making it look as though the sun's coming in. Or, oh wait, is there no ceiling because I haven't added a floor? Like, would that kind of do that now thinking about it? Because I am forgetting that I just used what the top was, but I had assumed that was a floor. So, yeah, see, that's why it's not letting me do that. So, I don't know. I don't know. Um, well, anywho, I want to try an idea because with it kind of being like a rocker family, um, I really liked that cool vintage music piece, but it was just like the way it snaps to the grid. Like on these smaller surfaces, it hangs off the edge. So I at least got to thinking of maybe doing something just like I did. Oh, nice. Um, with my art build, where I had the um, but this doesn't look. Well, no, it is a little bit bigger. It is a little bit bigger. Um, but this looks too much like it's pretty, but I think it needs to be the plain one for the space that we're doing. Um, that's a bigger counter space, and it can maybe look like it's just storage in like the entertainment area. So where would that probably be? Oh no, it should be here. Go here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so at least that part was figured out. So this at least fits. Like I'll show you in case, you didn't see from yesterday. What? The- Hello, Winsome. I'm just having the game make me look crazy right now because I promise you, when I was trying to place this music thingamajig a few days ago on stream, it refused to snap in the middle and it would insist on hanging off the edge. And I just did it. Maybe it was a bug. I don't know. But now it's sitting in a place that I want. Or maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough and didn't realize. I don't know. How are you today, Winsome? I can't get over that because I was just about to say, see, it doesn't snap. And then it sat right where I wanted it to. But at least now I don't have to make it work the other way. Um, I mean, even arguably now, since it's working, it probably actually fits in the space downstairs. So, so let's see. Let me press OK. Let me pick it up. And let's go downstairs. Okay, okay. So, to my defense, at least in this case, it's at least doing it because of the window, but we can make it work with the Alt button, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, interesting. But it's not letting me do it. Wow. But if I turn it, okay, it is letting me do it this way. I'd be curious if they can use it, but so I saw in the comments, I want to try this out real quick, that the blinds, like watching someone else's video, that they can move the blinds. Like, I want to see that really quick. What? It was forward looking, that's why. I feel like, what? They can close the blinds. Now I have a new appreciation for these blinds. What? So with that being in the way, can they still close this? And what does this do? Close all. They use little buttons because I looked away when he did the first time. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That just sold me on the game on a whole nother way. I'm so happy that I happened to be watching someone's speed build and reading the comments and they said that because that adds another, that's an unexpected twist and treat. That kind of threw me off, but I feel like you're using that phrase like when people say that's forward thinking. Um, hmm, but I kind of don't understand the phrase. Okay. Um, oh wait, no. The music piece was displayed at a different angle. Oh, you must mean like when it was on the um fireplace. Well, this is with it turned towards us. Unless it's not fitting the space. Oh, well, it's sat there a little bit better. And maybe it looks a little better at least with the other items versus on its own. I feel like I want to switch these placement wise. That's why I did not fit. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that probably was it. Because it's fitting right here and it isn't looking over the ledge like it looked before. I think I can live with that now. Like it looks more with intention now, I would say. Um, so what would I tackle now? Like, this is a very different space for me. So it feels like it's stumping me a little more. And then there's a lot of elements that I already like, where I don't feel the need to change a lot. This is very interesting that they're blocking that window with this. Um, but it's a very snug build, so I guess it would be that, you know, at least in its current form, uh, that's too much for this space because there's not really anywhere to put it. Like, putting it here would be forced, and I kind of don't mind that random chair there, so. And I prefer seeing the window personally. Now, let me just duplicate this. One thing I had to alt it was working today. That means I wonder if there was like an update. Well, no, because I think it's still not. Yeah, it's within the grid of the game. I had to like alt place, like how I'm having to alt place the blinds right now. And I was wondering if that would keep, well, considering that they're actually functional and the Zois can close them, I was wondering if that would stop them from closing them. So it's pretty cool to see that it actually, like, they can still interact with it. So I don't know, just a thought. Um or not a thought per se, but an observation, like a good observation. Now, can you change stair? Oh no. Okay, so it was selected. Yeah, let's change the steps. Um, since it's kind of modern and this is light, and I don't want it to be, I don't want the stairs to be light, so I think I'll go with the black stairs. But I like that. That made a difference that I needed to see. Yeah. Um, I remember when I got off stream, I noticed, there's not a lot of light, so I can probably at least add some more um the ceiling lights so that it won't look so dark. Maybe I can make it dark to make it easier to decide. Wait, no, it doesn't look as dark as I remember it looking the other day. Never mind, I'll just leave it how it is because I kind of like it how it's cozy. Otherwise, I was thinking my cheat was going to be to use those pocket lights, but maybe it was just dark right here, but adding those two lights made a difference. And these are kind of cool. I kind of want to leave them. There's like certain elements that make it kind of. Well, I don't know that I want so many though. Maybe I should just do one. I don't know. Or just in general, I'm not convinced. You know what? With how they like, with my vision of them being like, a rocker family, I picture kind of, I wouldn't even know how to put it in words, but like, for example, even though this is meant for outside, like, it's the way it looks is kind of cool. Mm, for the inside, like, they push the envelope, like they do, stuff a little different. Um, because I guess since it, like, it's probably, I don't know if it's odd to say, but it makes me think kind of like vampires or something, castle. So I feel like it's kind of cool for the vibe. Yeah. Okay, okay. I'm feeling a little bit more confident uh with like how every little detail is building on each other. Um the lighting's like very interesting. But it's probably realistic in a sense like, it needs a lot of lighting. Like you have to. But you know what? No, in this case, I do want the ceiling one. There is one that I think will actually look okay here. Like in this case, this big round one. Ooh, I'll adjust the brightness though. You have to look at like a lot of different angles because they'll look. In this case, like the way the game is, perspective is key. So if you're at the wrong angle, it'll look like it's where you want it, and it totally is not. Mhm. Okay. I think that's kind of cool because arguably how I kind of look at it is, you definitely want to be able to see walking in, but then the rest of the space is kind of like more mood lighting and subtle light, but it's at least not crazy dark anymore. Okay, we'll sleep on that. Um, this space is cool. I like how this looks. What? Where did they get this? Yeah, I can't wait till I'll place this different though. I can't wait till I feel like I'm the student that hasn't studied because every time I turn around I'm like I haven't even seen that item yet. Okay. So let's check out this space. Okay. So maybe this is like the master. See, they did some really interesting stuff in here. I respect it. I actually like a lot that they did. Again, I had downloaded this build from Canvas. Um, and I didn't really get the chance to look at it all. Um, and it just so it more or less just so happened that um a lot of elements with it I already like um where the decor and stuff kind of fits the vibe for me. So yeah. So I'm not feeling like I have to tweak too many things. Like I feel like I like the room, like it's different. I like it. I like their choice in the lights and whatnot. I might delete these because that feels a little excessive. Like I know it's gonna get dark, but they already have the lamps, so and lower it. And now let's see what artwork will look cool. I'm just playing around with stuff, not sold on some of the pictures yet. It's just I'm kind of seeing how it looks on the wall, and it's just some unique stuff I found. So I'm just, I don't know, seeing how it works in the space. You know what? I think I'll arguably switch these. Is there an empty wall that I can put it on to be able to move it? Oh, I just noticed something else cool. See, yeah, this is where I'm going to continue experimenting with other people's builds. I would love to see how they did this. Like, look, unless, again, I haven't gotten a chance to try out everything now that I'm using another computer. So I don't know if it's just that texture wasn't showing before, but yeah. I actually kind of like the picture there. Um, so yeah, so I don't know before if that is a game element or if that's what they did, but um, I'm definitely curious how they did that. Um, that looks really cool. Hmm. What would I do with the bed here? Oh yeah, I forgot about. Oh, I'm working kind of with some of the wrong stuff. Um, forgot about these. Yeah, this would be better there. But I messed up by doing that. Ooh, no, this works. Okay, so I can still keep at least that. It's like a really cool, like a bull. I feel like it's kind of hard to see, but um, struggling with the scale. I feel like it's kind of hard to see, so maybe I at least need to add like one, light up top, because you're not really getting the appreciation of some of the items with it not, you know, with it not being so bright. And I'll just dull it. Yeah, yeah, because you could barely see that piece just now. It looks better with the brighter lighting. Good, yeah. I think so too. Because you couldn't really see it before, so it's just right now, I would say. Not too bright, not too dark. Because it was also very bright before I fixed it. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. This is building to something. Because I love whatever they did here. I like, how it's breaking up the space. That makes me want to move this at least and not have it on that part. Again, aspects that make it look a little more realistic. Do it like here instead. It can't be helped for here, but that's fine to me. And now I can get in, now I can see certain things better. Um, Now make it a little bit easier in terms of deciding um what I want to do. Mm. Hello, Junie June. How are you doing today? You're doing great. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm just here, just personalizing the space more. Um, the house that I'm building from, that I'm basically renovating from, they already have a lot that I like. Um, so I'm just figuring out little things here to just make it more rocker because the family that I'm doing is like a rocker family, so but I already love a lot of the elements. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. What would I like there? What? Well, maybe in this case, a pattern piece would work. I'm doing a great job. Why, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I'm trying. Just trying different stuff. Um, Thinking out the box a little. Just thinking of little things that'll just make it kind of, I don't know, unique. Like, everybody has different tastes and personality, and there's different ways to express that through, prints and textures and colors. And I'm just having fun um, trying to do that myself. Like, um, mm, just trying to think of different ways to show like another personality, another family, and that's kind of helping me explore and look for, you know, unique decor, um, and try something new. So I'm I'm honestly having kind of a lot of fun right now. Because again, luckily, like if I were to be honest, I would not have known what color I would want to do for like the walls and whatnot. Um, and I got lucky. Like this to me is kind of the perfect colors that I want to build on. Where like how when I think of rock, I kind of think of like little gothic dark colors and stuff like that. But I like the colors that were chosen because I am doing that. Um, um, but instead, it's easier for me. Like, I would have been tempted to kind of add it more on the walls and whatnot, but this helps me focus on more doing it on the textiles and whatnot. And so I'm liking this more because it's feeling. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's feeling way more balanced. That's very creative. Thank you, Junie June. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because it's a little out of my element. So I'm glad to hear that I'm pulling it off at the moment. This is like one of the ways I guess you could say I'm like challenging myself. But it was very fun looking for this decor. I'll say that. Like, it kind of makes you think a little like, what do I type in to find this? And just seeing what's out there, like it was really cool coming across. That's interesting that it doesn't want to snap. Like, what's preventing it? Because with it not staying, that makes me feel like the Zoes wouldn't be able to use it. But yeah, I was having fun, like finding really cool stuff. Like, let me see, I need to find a bathroom because I have a really cute cat one. Like, that I'm like, since they're edgy, I feel like I can get away with this in this family. Like, they probably say, a little bit more funny off the wall jokes. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this build. I can see there was a lot of intention behind the placement and whatnot. Um, I will change something in this for sure, but I at least like that they, made a space for this as opposed to it kind of being by itself, like without the wall coming in. It's kind of hard to explain. I just appreciate how it broke up the space. Thanks for the thumbs up, Junie June. Oops, not what I was trying to do. Okay. I'm sorry. Until I share it, it's kind of like an inside joke. That's why I'm randomly laughing. So, because of what the picture is, this should be perfect. It being like in a frame like this, you'll see what I mean in a second. No, that's too big. So let's try this one. I'm a goofball myself, so I'm happy when I see goofball type stuff. Um, I'm not great at jokes if I were to be honest, though. Hopefully, I can like be lucky and it'll scale right, like how that other one was a little hard to scale. See, I'm already losing my confidence a little. Oh man, maybe I will have to do the bigger one. Maybe if I'll be lucky to work in that because yeah, it's not working in this for you to see it. But you already see the joke, I think. Oh wait, hold on, let's try. Yeah, see, like it ends up double doing it. So let's see if I get lucky in the way the other one is because it feels like since it says my lord, it feels like well, now it doesn't feel like it fits right there. Maybe right here instead, but um, it feels like it needs to be in that extravagant frame. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully, my humor can be appreciated. Ew, I am struggling with this scaling. Come on, yeah. Because I can tell that's still a smidget too big. I just realized I'm trying to mess with this with the Alt button. I'm silly. The Alt button doesn't work for this. What are you doing, Allie? See, if I do it any bigger, it'll cut off even more. So that's the best I can make it work. But it's at least close enough. But to me, I don't know. To me, this kind of looks like something I could see, like a rocker family appreciating. Like it's kind of funny. The colors are in line already with what I've been building on in the home. I would switch this. I would put this here. I even think I want a different mirror. You love it? Thank you, Junie June. Hopefully you got a little laugh with me. And I'm getting lucky because it's kind of, like you probably get what I mean, where it's the colors and everything is fitting the overall vibe of the home. So a good bit of this, is it's if I were to be honest, it's lucky accidents. Like it's lucky accidents. It's really funny when some thank you. I thought so too. When I saw it, I was like, ooh, I don't know what family I'm gonna use it for, but I'm saving it. until I figured that out. And then when I was like scrolling through the ZOIs and just, some of the like the preset ones, um, to get to just like um make some random ZOIs. A very unique looking ZOI came across, which is Mr. Cooper. I'm forgetting his first name right now. Um, and I was like he already had on like that kind of cool leather outfit, and his look, like his, aesthetic, like his face was already, giving me rocker vibe. And so then I just tweaked his outfit a little, where I was like, I had this perfect picture that just gave him more of the rocker vibe, like making it kind of look like, he has on a graphic tee. And then I was like, yeah, this is it. So just gotta build on it from there. Oh yeah, they have a very interesting eye. The way they broke up some parts. Like, you know what? I Yeah, let me do something. You can't wait to see him in the house, Junie June. I'm kind of feeling that way too. Like, I will, I'm not really the best of storytellers, so I'm not sold yet on whether I would like stream me per se playing them. But um but I am thinking at least doing ASMR builds. Excuse me, ASMR gameplay where I play, after I finish the builds and it's more their personality and decor and whatnot. Um, I might not keep this mirror here. Um, Sorry, I'm like, um, my mind isn't fully uh refreshed yet, so I'm struggling here a little trying to talk and think of what I'm doing. But what was I trying to say? Okay, there we go. That was the one thing I at least wanted to do. I preferred it like that. Um, what are you thinking here, Alyssa? What are you trying to say? I forgot. I forgot. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So especially, with me kind of finding ways to, you know, add personality with like my decor and whatnot. I do look forward to seeing the Zoys interact with them because I kind of view it like then it'll kind of be like I feel like my favorite phrase with this game will be it'll add to how immersive it is. So yeah. So I'm really excited to see um this family and this build. Where do I want to place this? Because it didn't feel natural there. So maybe I like it here more. It can kind of feel more like a um you know, a towel rack also for your hands. A hand towel. Hi Junie June, you jumped on Twitch. I'm happy you did that because I see at least at the current time I am at least getting the Twitch messages in my multi chat. The last two streams, it wasn't working for some reason. So I'm going to change that wall behind this painting. I really like this brick that they picked, so I don't want to get rid of that. So let me see how I can kind of, you know, do something a little different, but keep it. Unless it's that maybe if I continue it here, and then I do need, you know what? I think I need to change this color for starters. Make it a little, oh, it's like wood. Dang, I would have liked it more if it was kind of like gold. I don't think there's anything that it. Oh, okay. Well, if I add the gloss, maybe then it can kind of look like metal. No, it's still looking like wood. Yeah, that's where it's having me think. Then I'll prefer it black. Okay. So let me try this. Let me just try something real quick. Let's see if there's anything that kind of fits the vision and just makes their look a little different, just to break it up a little. What do we have here? What do we have here? Now, don't judge me if some of it looks a little crazy. I'm just trying things. Maybe not darker. But there's not really anything that's like grays. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of digging that. It's just a little tough since that's gray. Now it's making me feel like I need to change something or have to figure out a space that I like that because it might, clash with this guy here. Or again, maybe like how I want to look at it. They're the rocker family. Like, they do what they want. And so it can be edgy. That makes me think that I want to see this way and not the gray. Or would it be crazy to do that black? Like they painted it black to break that up? And that's making me want this to be black now. Like it's pretty as this color, but that would be me forcing it because I like it, but it doesn't suit the aesthetics if I left it that way. I feel like I want to keep that white though. Yeah, I honestly kind of like the, I'm probably going crazy, but I kind of like the touches of black and still having the wood color. Um, there's just something about this floor that I could change, but I think I'll still keep it white. I just think I'll go for, yeah, something like that maybe. Maybe increase the pattern a little. Okay, yeah, kind of have it black and white. Um, to add a light. You know what? Am I forcing this? I bet I would like this as a cabinet more. Let me at least try it, and then I can go back because it's cool, but it's losing itself. Um, Now with that wallpaper. So what kind of goes? But I kind of like that for its minimalist look. Everything feels a little overbearing. And I don't think I would like this black. I think I want it white, but let's try. Let's just try really quick. Yeah, I gotta at least try it before I knock it. Yep, see, okay, that helped. Because then I was kind of feeling since I'm keeping this white, I could get away with making that black. Would it be, I feel like people usually match. What do they call this? I want to say you're supposed to call this fixtures. Like with that being black, I feel like generally want to match the tub. Um, and the sink. So, but that's where I can make this white now. Yeah, because I didn't realize that kind of matches the floor. Awesome. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like that personally. And I can probably find some other really cool, unique painting to put over the tub instead of the mirror. I'm getting kind of excited. Like how I said, kind of like rustic elements. I kind of like this. It's feeling kind of industrial. I don't know. I like it personally, as opposed to putting something really pretty. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. Some of these rugs are like oddly small. Does it feel like a rug needs to be here though? Feels a little empty without it, huh? Okay, I kind of like that. And since the wallpaper is so cool, I don't feel like, a pattern or anything's necessary on that. Now, this feels kind of empty though. Oh, no. Huh. I don't know. What would I do? Oh, this is fancy. It's a bidet toilet. I kind of like pushing the element and having it be like a two tone toilet. I wish it changed the bidet color thing a little. Switch that over a little. Now that kind of feels kind of empty though, that I do want this there and maybe over the toilet. And then now I can see if There's a painting that makes sense there. Okay, that doesn't change. Oh, yeah, they have shelves. So I probably could have left that how it was. That's a little confusing with there being books. Unless, we picture them reading while they're risking getting their favorite book wet. I don't know. Let's see. I guess it's only here. I don't know what I have that'll look cool here. Uh, mm, I don't think I saved anything that works. Well, let's try this. Yeah, that's not really doing anything. I think the frame is too small. But I don't want it. Yeah, because we want that next to the toilet because of what it says. Yeah, this needs to be something else. Like, it's cool, but not for this. I don't think there was. Unless it needs to be a different frame. But the other frames are kind of like minimalist like that too. Oh, well, unless I do this one, maybe. That's at least a bigger frame. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to this. Because I'm kind of not sold on a picture, really. It just felt a little lonely. Unless I did my cheat, maybe it just needs my cheat. Which is instead of like the light that's here, do a ceiling light. And that'll at least break up that like empty space. And they have a matching light, that industrial looking light. So wow, that's interesting how it's literally not getting light. How they have it very realistic where the light is only reaching I can't get my words together. They have it very realistic, but the way they did that is what I'm getting at. It makes sense how the light was only going towards the bottom. I don't know. I'm not feeling that either, though. Maybe I just need to come back to it. Because I wasn't sold on the mirror. I don't feel like I have a painting that I like yet. Like, none of these would fit. That frame one, I already used that. Unless I like used it again, but I want to do unique stuff. I don't want to do the same. Painting. So, what did I have for? And that don't make sense there. Is this kind of interesting? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, that feels too colorful. Oh, I never even noticed that bird because it's again a very edgy painting. Like you see, it's interesting. It's like beautifully dark, but it doesn't quite fit this space though. I don't think. Like it's too colorful or something's missing. So I'm probably have to go back to the drawing board for this one. Um, because I have cool stuff. It's just I have a lot of stuff and I didn't like, it takes a while kind of going through everything and um I'll save it like one way online and then I have to download it to my computer and I didn't download all of what I found yet to my computer. Let's see, I have to go here. I'm just curious and I'm going to look at some of the other stuff I saved before. Cause I at least tried to like organize stuff now based upon my builds. So I don't have to look through the stuff that I know wouldn't work. Like that's cool, but it's not, it's like a different kind of black. Hope y'all understand my struggle, but maybe it at least works for now. So I'm at least not dragging you guys too long through this. And then at least now with me getting an idea of the space, maybe that I can find like the purpose, the perfect piece. Oh, well, this is kind of cool. Am I getting lucky here? Is this the winner chicken dinner? They're like nice, but oh, I need to maybe if I do the gloss or something. Okay, that did kind of help it look a little bit. Ah, okay, now okay, that's the cheat because now it looks like it's behind a frame. Okay, that kind of helped. And what does metallic do? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There's something about like maybe the placement or something that's bugging me in terms of it fully doing what I would like. In terms of visual interest. But I am at least learning something here. But I at least feel like if I can at least sit on something and let it simmer and go from there, I at least like where it's going to leave it for now. And then maybe if I find something better or get some other inspiration, I can change it later. But at least, it at least somewhat looks like it's for the space. It kind of, it does, it's still kind of cool. So, because sometimes I just can't decide on stuff. And then when I sleep on it, then I feel better. And I'm like, yep, I'm cool with it. Or, something else will come into my awareness that you know, um will do what I need. I don't know that I feel like even messing with this right now. That's not my frame of mind right now for decorating a space. That's too big. It's very small. Just feeling like it needs a rug. Um, okay. I definitely don't have as much energy as I have had some other days for my builds, so I'm feeling like I'm just going to give it another 30 minutes. Um, I might kind of like this, just a different color. Oh, that's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know that I would typically have it where the upstairs and the downstairs is so different, but it's so unique that I'm kind of at least tempted to try to make it work. Because I like how it's like rustic. I really wish this would let me place this over the stairs, but it doesn't because it's so cool. But I prefer maybe I could cheat and kind of do it here where it kind of feels like you're doing it for the purposes of it being over the stairs. And then it kind of makes that art piece right there cool. Or not art. the this thing. The planter box. I feel like I want it to be black though. Mm, would our rocker family be into chess? They put different wood everywhere, I see. I think that's the same color, but it's okay. Old wood tile. Oh, I really like this. I like how they put that together. Okay. But rocker family, so we'll build on it. Like, I feel like beanbag chairs. That or something a little bit more rustic or modern. Because I kind of, why do they have that there? Oh, okay, I see why they did that. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Mattress. I'm feeling like I want to be like random pictures, like a picture wall. I just gotta again figure out what I'm putting in them. Hmm, cool, but not in that frame. But I don't think I have anything that's kind of like square that works for that. cool. And the little one, so I probably have to go for something maybe more. If this doesn't work, maybe more like the wallpaper pattern. I mean, that can kind of work, especially with the yellow elements in the space. Okay, okay. See, that one's always a little tough to work with because it's long, so there's definitely something cool for it. Just can't think of it at the moment. Especially again where it kind of works with what we're already building on here. So I probably have to go back to the drawing board for that. And that will probably have to be tackled tomorrow. Well, that's kind of cool, actually. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Maybe at least if I could do one more thing before I go. Um, Figure out what I'll do with the walls. I can't tell. That that's looking a little green. I think it is a little green. I want a different one. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Just now, I am crashing. So, at least, did finish some spaces. Um, just, changing up some of the vibes, just giving a little different visual interest. But, I already liked a lot of it, so I'm not changing too much like I have on some of my other builds, but I like what I'm playing around with. Like, for example, now coming back to this, I like this. Now that I let it sit a little. So yeah, seeing what I'm doing upstairs, now I think I am feeling like I'm going to change this floor here. But that will be on tomorrow's stream. So I should be back tomorrow. We're going for 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Aw, no problem, Winsome. I'm happy to share my ideas with you guys. Um, definitely, hopefully, if I've shared some inspiration and different ways of thinking outside the box. Like I said, I pretty much find most of these images online. Like this is my other funny cat one. So, and I'm just exploring with the colors and the textures and just, you know, placing some items in a different spot. So yeah. Night night, Winsome. Okay. Well, good night, you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Bye.